Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. In today's video, I have went through my archives to find for you my 10 most easiest, fun, and quick, around 5 minutes or so, DIYs that you can begin to make for Christmas now. Now, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Also, please hit the thumbs up button as that helps me out here on YouTube. Okay, guys, I'm going to quit my chatting and let's jump right into the first of my 10 quick and easy DIYs for Christmas. Okay, so for this quick and easy DIY, which may seem a little unusual, I'm going to be using a item from a mystery box that I received last season, and that is this toilet brush, as well as a pair of socks that I had from Dollar Tree. Place your sock on top of the handle of your toilet brush, then grab up any stuffing you may have on hand. I used some stuffing from an old pillow. I stuffed the front and the back of this sock. Once that is done, I pulled my sock down till it covered the top part of the bristles of my toilet brush. And this is just so easy but so cute. And Dollar Tree sells tons of different socks that you could use for this. Lots of different patterns and colors. And then I just made sure the top of my sock was sticking out there. I'm going to use that kind of as a little pom-pom by just tying a piece of twine tightly around it so that it fluffs out, and we have a cute little decorative piece for our top there. Now, once that is all done, all you need is Santa's beard and nose. So for his beard, we're going to use a piece of this mop pad from Dollar Tree. Just cut it down, glue it right under that sock, pull the sock over it, and there you go. I did glue the sock down in the back. And then for the front, I'm using a little piece of Easter egg that I had on hand that I painted with light mocha from Apple Barrel, and I'm tucking that under the brim of my hat. After that is done, I can glue the front of the brim of my hat down. Now add some embellishments if you like. I had a couple of cute little greenery pieces with some berries that I added to the top of the hat underneath the little pom-pom I created, and a quick, easy toilet brush gnome using items from Dollar Tree. I love how this came out, and I hope that you like it too. Okay, let's jump into our next idea, which is another little gnome. This is an ornament that I had made in one of my videos, actually several of them. I took some Dollar Tree Easter eggs and laid them out. These are wooden and they come 10 to a pack, I believe. Then I cut some pieces off a Dollar Tree mop, and I'm just going to run a piece of glue down the center of the wooden egg and then start placing little pieces of mop on top of the piece of glue. This is going to be our gnome's beard. So easy. Here you go with that. You could also use yarn if you prefer to use yarn, but I'm going to go ahead and unravel each one of these pieces of mop just to give me a fluffier beard for my gnome. Once you get that all done the way you like it, of course, your gnome's beard is going to need a little bit of a haircut to trim it up. And here's what that should look like. Now, grabbing another sock from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use small pieces of this sock to be the hat for my gnome. I got several hats out of one sock. I just cut it and then placed it down until the top of my hat or the brim of my hat covers up where the mop or the beard starts. Then I gather the top of the hat together with a piece of twine and form a cute little bunch by tying tightly with my twine, then trimming off any excess twine. And here's what we have so far. I had this cute ribbon that had little stars on it in my stash, so I took a little star and glued it to the top of the hat, but you can use any type of embellishment you like. Here's what we have so far. Here's the foam eggs that I cut down to use as noses. I just cut the bottoms off, and I'm going to be painting them with Apple Barrel Light Mocha, and these are the perfect noses for our gnomes. Just giving them a coat of paint, allowing it to dry, and then using some hot glue to glue them down in between those mop pieces. You just kind of make a little spot by moving the mop pieces aside, glue your nose down, and then you can put the mop pieces back into place. And how cute and adorable. You can make so many of these for practically pennies on the dollar. I think they're absolutely adorable and very customizable. Of course, I did add in a few more little mop pieces underneath that nose to make sure that there was no weird, awkward little part. And here is what my little guys look like. Another quick and easy, under a 5-minute project that you can do using Dollar Tree items, and you can even have kiddos help you out with this one if you wanted to. Okay, let's move into the next DIY. This one is quick and easy as well, as long as you can safely cut one of these ornaments from Dollar Tree in half. So I have this frame from Dollar Tree, then I have this half of a plastic ornament from Dollar Tree. I used a heat tool and I didn't do a perfect job, but any tool you have that you can safely cut this in half, you'll need to do that. Then grab a piece of scrapbook paper that you like. What you're going to want to do is frame your scrapbook paper. I also have some embellishments, whichever embellishments you choose to put inside of your snow globe. Once your paper is framed, then place down an ornament that you have chosen. Mine is from Walmart. I removed the hanger and I just glued it right in the middle of that scrapbook paper. Here's a couple little trees that come from Dollar Tree, about 10 to a pack. I cut off the back bristles and the stand, and I glued them down in the back of my truck to give it a more 3D appearance. Then I'm going to be gluing my half ornament piece right on top. Again, my edges of my ornament aren't perfect, but that's okay. I'm going to go around it and secure it with hot glue, and then I am going to go around it with a piece of twine to clean everything up. Now I have a couple more trees from Dollar Tree's Village section. I'm going to cut off their bases and I'm going to cut off their backs to make them more flat. Then I'm going to glue them down on either side of this ornament like so. Once that is done, I'm going to take some of this faux snow from Dollar Tree and I'm going to funnel it down into my ornament. Then I'm going to just put a little bow there on the top of the ornament to cover up that spot where it opens. Now I have this little ornament that I purchased at Walmart. I'm just going to rip off the Merry Christmas. I glued that at an angle at the top of my sign, as well as another little bow. That is totally optional. I just thought that this made it look so adorable, and this project is very quick, very customizable to your scrapbook paper and your embellishments. You can really have fun with this one. Okay, here is a quick and easy one. So quick you might miss it if you blink. So here we go. I have this little sign from Hobby Lobby that I got on clearance. It looked like a tree shape to me, and also the back kind of looked like a shelf. So I painted it with my Waverly White chalk paint. I distressed the edges with my antique wax by wiping it on and then off. And then I grabbed a little truck and camper kit from Dollar Tree from their little village section. I put another one of those tiny little trees in the back of my truck, and I placed that on the bottom of what looks like a shelf of this little triangle. I then had this glass candle stand from Dollar Tree that I had already painted white and distressed in a previous project, but Dollar Tree sells all kinds of candlesticks that you could use. You simply glue the two pieces together, and how adorable is this for a vignette or anything like that? Let's do some more ornaments that you can make a whole bunch of in just a few minutes, and these are fun to make with kiddos as well. These little snowmen, all you're going to need is a bunch of plastic plates from Dollar Tree. They come 8 to a pack, and they are the perfect size for little snowman heads. I mixed some Dollar Tree caulking with some Waverly White chalk paint to give me a nice pasty concoction, and I am going to paint that on the front and the back of my plastic plates. That way they are opaque and not streaky. So I'm just going to put a nice layer on there. I think I gave it 2 coats, but then you have a beautiful base for your snowman face. So next I'm going to give these little guys a hat by taking a strip of fabric, flipping my plate upside down, wrapping the fabric around my plate by just folding it over on either side. Then I flip this thing back over and glue under the brim of my hat to make sure that it is nicely attached. Once that is done, you can gather up the top of your hat with a piece of twine or a piece of yarn or a piece of ribbon or string or whatever you like. Just pull it tightly, and that way you'll have a cute bunch at the top of your hat. Then you can trim off your excess twine, and you can also trim off any excess fabric at the top of your hat. I left kind of a little puff at the top of mine as I thought that was cute. Now for the face, I used Waverly Ink chalk paint. I put 2 dots for the eyes, and then I put a few dots for the mouth. I am just using the bottom of a tool here to get the perfect little dots that I want. Well, they're not perfect, but they're perfect for what I was going for. Then I'm going to put a little nose on here using Waverly Pumpkin chalk paint and a small brush. I'm just going to angle my brush sideways and drag it a little bit until I get a cute little carrot nose that I am going for. Now I'm going to take a strip of fabric that I can either use as a bow tie or an embellishment for the hat. I am just going to tie it in the middle tightly with a piece of twine to create a bow and trim off any excess twine. This particular little bow I'm using as a bow tie for one of my other snowmen. I did use several different types of fabrics for the hats, but that's an idea. You could also put it at the top of a hat if you didn't want to have a bow tie. That way you could have male and female little snow people. I think these are adorable. They are so inexpensive, 8 plates to a pack. You could make 8 snowmen for just under a couple dollars. So easy and so cute. All right, let's do something similar, but with gingerbread ladies. So we're also going to be using the same plates, and we're going to be using chestnut apple barrel paint, as well as some more of that caulking. I'm going to do the same thing by mixing the paint with my caulking for a creamy mixture that I can go ahead and smear all over these plates for a nice opaque look. So I'm just going to paint these plates up both sides again. I believe I used 2 coats again. Here is what this looks like. I got some gunk on the back of there. I don't know. Anyway, so putting on a little face, I'm going to use this puffy paint. You can find this at Dollar Tree. I'm just going to create a little nose, making a kind of bean-like shape there, but you can do anything you like. I'm sure there are people that are a lot better with puppy paint than I am. I am then going to create 2 large oval shape for my ginger person's eyeballs, and I will then create a mouth. When I do this mouth, I have the right side kind of drooping down a little bit. I know that sounds weird. I promise you my gingerbread person is not sick. I am just making space to put a cute little laughing smile. So it looks kind of funny right now, but when I come in with that red puff paint and give it a little tongue, I think it looks really cute. Of course, this is optional. Do your mouth however you would like to. Now I'm coming in with some white puffy paint, and I'm going all around the outline of my little gingerbread. And how cute is that? I also put some little dots in the eyes for little lights. I put a little bow upon her head, and there she is. And moving right along, here is another idea that you can do in bulk very inexpensively and very quick. Grab up some styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree. These smaller ones are 6 to a pack. Also grab some fabric. I got this from Dollar Tree. So cutting this fabric into pieces that's going to wrap around these styrofoam balls. But Dollar Tree also has different sizes of styrofoam balls if you want to do some larger. I'm just going to wrap it around, and a couple of mine didn't go all the way around, which is okay because you won't see the back once you put it in your tree or your candy dish or whatever you plan to do with it. But once I have it wrapped around and glued down, I'm just going to cinch either side with some twine and snip off the excess twine. Of course, you could use string or tiny rubber bands, whatever you prefer, just to hide this or tie this into place. I don't know why I said hide. Ignore me, guys. Just tie it into place. And then I am going to trim down the excess on either side of my candy so it doesn't look like it has Dumbo ears. And then you can decorate this up any way you want. I just cut a couple of little pom-poms off a pom-pom garland from Dollar Tree and stuck them on either either side, but there's a whole bunch of different cute ways you could decorate this. Here's the garland that I used, and this particular garland actually comes in a few different colors. So there we go. Here's these adorable little candies that you can put in a dish or on your tree. You could add little hangers to the back. Okay, now here is another easy idea using Dollar Tree plates that you could do so quick and inexpensively. Grab up some foam plates. I don't remember how many this came in a pack, but I also got these napkins, and I believe I got these napkins from Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby's Christmas stuff usually goes on sale, but once you open up the napkin, you have 4 peppermint pieces that you can cut apart to work with. So one package of napkins could really go a long way. I removed the back ply, and then I covered the back of my plate with this glue, the disappearing purple glue by Elmer, and then I'm going to place my napkin on top. You're going to want to do a whole bunch of these, as I used 2 per candy. I used one as the front, one as the back. I just glued them together with the purple disappearing glue as well by just doing like so and pressing them tightly. Then you have a double-sided candy. I took some of the cellophane from Dollar Tree. I'm trying to show you as little of this part as possible so I don't blind you with the glare, but I wrapped it around. I tied it on either side with some ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree that I can use my scissors to create a little curly by just pulling my scissor down the length of the ribbon. I trimmed off either side of the cellophane, and here is what my little candy looked like. So inexpensive. You could make a whole 10 of these for a tree or even create a garland with them. Okay, next quick and easy idea, and this one I absolutely love because you can repurpose something from another season. So grab up some pumpkins. This is, I believe, the $3 pumpkin from the plus section at Dollar Tree. I am going to carve a little bit of a hole in the top. I'm going to take a car cleaning cloth from Dollar Tree, set my pumpkin on top of it, and then begin folding my car cleaning cloth up into that hole. I'm going to use hot glue to get it shoved down in there. I am going to trim off the excess on either side so I can pull this tighter. You'll kind of see where you need to do that as you wrap and shove. You'll be amazed at how much car cleaning cloth will go into this pumpkin if you just push it down with a pair of scissors. That's how I did mine, just pushing really firmly until this thing is wrapped up really nice. We are transforming this from pumpkin to jumbo ornament. Now you can use any fabric you like or any type of tablecloth. Really, the sky is the limit. I just love these car cleaning cloths. So once that is all done, we are ready to go ahead and decorate this thing up. First, I want to put a little tie to make sure that my tie gets on there before I get too many embellishments. I just made a loop from twine. I tied a big knot at the bottom of my loop. I'm going to add a tiny dab of hot glue and then shove my knot down as far as I can with my scissors. That way this hanger is secure. This ornament can hang up and it is not going anywhere. I then added in a little more hot glue around it. Now I'm taking a couple of ribbons I like. The checkered one is from Dollar Tree and the other one is from Dollar General. And I'm just folding them over until I have 2 loops on either side like so. I am then going to cinch this tightly in the middle with a piece of twine and fluff out my ribbons. Then I have a cute bow. This is a little bit different than my normal bows, but I really like how it came out. Usually I layer my ribbons, so that's another option for you if you don't want to do it this way. Sometimes I just like to do something a little bit different. So once you get your bow just the way you want it, you can go ahead and glue that down to the top of your ornament. I am just careful to make sure that I pull my twine up through the pieces of that bow so that my ornament hanger is still gonna work out just fine. So see how I'm just making sure that that hanger comes up and isn't glued down. Hopefully that makes sense. And here's what we have. Now to embellish, I took a couple of greenery ties, twined them together in an X formation, trimmed them down a little bit for a higher end look, glued that on top of my bow, and then I had some of these tiny little pine cones and berries that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I just grouped them together and glued them down on top of this garland tie as well. And here is what that looks like. Optional, you can add in a couple of tails. I decided to do that by twisting a piece of ribbon around and just tucking it under the bow like so. And then of course you can dovetail your ends of your ribbon by just folding it over and cutting a triangle upward. Then this is what you have, an adorable jumbo ornament. I also made a medium and small one using a $1.25 pumpkin and a tiny pumpkin from a pick from Dollar Tree that has several on it. So there's lots of different options that you can create these ornaments inexpensively. Moving into our next idea, grab up a little sign that you may have in your stash from Dollar Tree and Christmasify it. Christmasify, I don't think that's a word, but make it Christmas. There, that's a little more professional. I painted this with Waverly Ink chalk paint. I took a strip of ribbon and glued it across the back. This particular ribbon is from Dollar General, but Dollar Tree has gorgeous ribbons. I then took another ribbon from Dollar General that I thought was cute, cut a strip, and layered it on top of that checkered ribbon. I wanted the little Christmas to show. I then took a couple of trees from Dollar Tree's Village section, cut off the base, trimmed down the back so it would lay flat, and glued it into my sign there on the corner. I also took a little red truck. This little red truck was given to me by one of my friends. I'm not exactly sure where it's from. I may be from Dollar Tree, or maybe not, but Dollar Tree does have tons of little red truck stuff. So I glued this down on the other side of my little display here. I glued a couple of those teeny tiny little trees that come about 10 to a pack from Dollar Tree. One of the little trees I took the base off so it will lay a little lower than the other one. Now I'm going to create a bow for this sign. I took a piece of fabric, I looped it over, glued it together, and then I created a little expo for the top of that by just taking this Merry Little Christmas ribbon and folding it over till I had 2 loops on either side. I put all my ribbons together and I twined them tightly with a piece of twine, but of course use a zip tie, a pipe cleaner, a piece of string, whatever you like, and then fluff this out as much as you can. Cut off any excess twine and you have an adorable little bow. I attached this at an angle to the top corner of my sign. I just think that this added a cute little touch, but it is totally optional. And here is how you can transform a simple little sign that you may have from any season into some gorgeous, inexpensive, and quick to make Christmas decor. Okay, last idea, you guys. In my stash, I had this oven mitt from Dollar Tree that I had wrapped a Dollar Tree duster pad around and I had glued it down. So I'm just showing you kind of how I did that, even though I just explained it, but still giving you a visual. You just wrap the pad around and glue it down. Now that that is done, here is what that will look like. Now I embellished it by putting a piece of ribbon around the middle, and this ribbon is from Dollar General, but again, use any type of ribbon that you like. I just glued it in the back there where my seam is. Now, more fun embellishing. This pick is from Dollar Tree. I tucked it under my ribbon and glued it down. I'm creating a cute little bow with this ribbon from Dollar Tree, black and white. I just fold it over until I have 2 loops on either side. I'm then going back to this red and black check ribbon and creating a little bit of a larger bow as I decided I wanted it behind the black and white. And then I'm making another bow with the Merry Little Christmas ribbon. I'm stacking all 3 of my X shapes on top of each other and tying them together tightly. Once that is done, I will cut off any excess twine and fluff this bow out. Once my bow is fluffed, I can attach it to the top of my little arrangement here. I did put it at an angle as I thought that that was cute. And here is how quick and easy you can transform a Dollar Tree oven mitt. Okay, here's another look at our projects today. Our toilet brush Santa, our Santa Gnome Ornaments, our snow globe display, which is probably my favorite. You'll have to let me know what your favorite is. Our little Christmas tree stand, as well as these ornaments and snowman and gingerbread, and our little candy pieces, which are so customizable, as well as these faux candies that you can make for your tree, and these ornaments reusing fall decorations, as well as this little red truck display and our oven mitt decoration. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Also, remember giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. Take care, friends. I'll see you soon.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.